Hello, I am Andrika AJ Austin, aka the Socialprenista, the business coach and life coach for women entrepreneurs across the globe. Welcome to today's session. We will be talking about a lot of life fulfilling and business fulfilling questions and answers. My goal is to help you get to the personal side of professional struggles. So today you'll see some of my clients in action. You'll also get to hear some words of feedback and encouragement for how business and life coaching has helped them to transform their businesses forever. Thank you again for tuning in. Hope something you see today inspires you and encourages you. I invite you to visit us online at www.thesocialprenista.com or contact us in the office Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Also, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays and 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Sundays at 770-744-4475. Again, it's 770-744-4475. Look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye-bye. So I just want to welcome you guys to today's session. Thank you guys so much for being two of my star students of the Socialprenista program. I am happy to announce we have other classes coming up, other teleclasses, books, a lot of requests. I'm bragging on you guys all across Atlanta, telling who you are, what you do, and how to connect you guys beyond the program. And so today we're just going to talk about some of your experiences for what you've been through and kind of where you were when we met, all of our coffee shop stories and our hugs and cries and moments of revelation, and just kind of tell your experience of working with the Socialprenista. We have the new program, which is what you guys are doing, the 6-week program, and it's newly titled I Am the B.O.M, the B-O-M, which stands for the best of me, which is life coaching, and the boss of me, which is business coaching. And so we're combining business and life coaching to now make the model better, offer it to other women entrepreneurs, and see if they can get results like you guys have. So if you would start off, Miss Patty Wink, and tell us who you are, what you do, your website, how we can contact you, and of course, your experience with the Boss of Me program.
Okay. I'm Patty Wank. My husband and I own Wank Travel, which is www.wanktravel.com. That's spelled W-E-N-C-K. The office number is 770-852-1925. I've kind of been all over the place with travel. The travel can be whatever anybody wants. You jump in and you take care of doing it. And that's really, I think, one of the things that you and I talked about and that we know needs to be done is more of an area of specialization. Specializing based on what can I offer that has the most value for those that are traveling. A lot of people just love going in and finding their own trip. And that for them is great. They want to be able to be in control of it. That's fantastic. And that's something I actually encourage clients. If they find something that's less than what I do, go for it. That's what it's about. It's about saving money. But the purpose with the travel agent is really making sure that the client knows they're getting step by step, everything is covered, every question is answered, and it's mainly questions they don't know they have or that are needed to help work it out. So the best area that I know I can be strong in is you and I talked about would be for me to really focus on groups. Having someone in charge, if it's a family reunion, Cousin Mary doesn't want to be telling Aunt Nancy what she needs to do because
Right.
Aunt Nancy helped raise Cousin Mary. And that gets a little bit, but Patty can step in and say, now Aunt Nancy, you know this is our deadline, this is what we need to, but I'm the professional that's coming in. And I know the kinds of things. I don't want people to have any surprises. I want them to know exactly what they're paying for and the value of what I do. And that's the progress we've gone through just in 3 weeks. We've been able to do that. And we know when that energy goes out. I mean, I already have another destination wedding I'm working on. I have another big family reunion. Those have all come in since we've talked, as well as a huge
3 weeks time out of a 6 week program, you made this humongous progress and updated your models to kind of focus. So you would say that one of your biggest obstacles coming in was specialization
Right.
and narrowing down to groups, which isn't really, narrowing
Right.
in a sense, but it is because you know what you're doing and you know, like you said, how to go in and be that professional. And I have deemed you as the travel agent.
Oh,
So
sure,
when
I
I talk
am.
about you and what you do, I work with the travel agent in Douglasville, Georgia.
That's right.
Let me connect you. So thank you for sharing that part of your story. And we're gonna go to Miss Dawn King and kind of let you tell the same thing. Tell a little bit about who you are, what you do, kind of what brought you to the 6 week business and life coaching program, and what you're looking forward to doing in the upcoming future. I know, but share with our listening audience what's to come with you.
Okay, my name is Dawn Key, and I have a graphic design company, and I am also in the process of transitioning into sustainability consulting. My phone number is 404-372-8177. I currently have a website up for my design company, which is www.keydesign.com. You can also reach me on LinkedIn as well. My email address is dkdesign@bellsouth.net. I was probably in a state of, I would say, confusion, spinning my wheels. I had recently graduated last year with my master's in sustainability, very much wanting to make that transition in my life to do something different, to try to find a way to start bridging my design work with my sustainability work and moving with that. And I had a lot of ideals in my head, a lot of things I wanted to do, but I think the one thing that I had not honed in on was my purpose and my vision and my values. And I felt that I was having a difficult time trying to move forward without that really being defined. And as you know, AJ, it was a Monday morning and I was kind of spastic and called you and kind of shared some of the issues and the frustrations. And you invited me out for coffee to sit down for girl talk, and I was able to kind of share what I was feeling and what was going on in my life at a personal level and an emotional level, and how I really wanted to get to that next stage, but just didn't really have any direction to get there, nor a plan to get there. You generously told me about your coaching program, and I signed up immediately, saying if anyone can do it, she can. I know you. I know your background. I trust you as a personal friend and advisor. So I said I'm going to take this leap of faith and do that. And I can say from week one, you you pushed me. You pushed me to think beyond what I was doing, but really dig deep and find out what I really wanted to do, what was going to make me happy. And I think through a series of exercise and some things that I did on my own, because I really felt like this was a partnership. You know, you weren't here to tell me what to do, to make me do something, to figure out all the answers for me, but to put me on a path of self discovery that I could start doing these things myself. And I can say since then I have started looking at I started taking some chances, a few things that I was a little hesitant of doing. I actually got a proposal out to do a lecture for a university about sustainability and design thinking. I've even signed up with another organization to do a speaking event, which I probably would not have done. And I think the biggest thing is that I actually found out what my value was, what it was I wanted to do, which was to teach and educate people, businesses, and communities about sustainability. And once I found out that that was my purpose, then all these ideas started flowing in about how can I do that? And I think my issue was I was thinking about all the skills and all the things that I could do, but that really wasn't my purpose. Those are things that I would use to implement that. Now that I know that, I have my business model is completed. I have started implementing several ideals for webinars that I want to do. I even came up with another idea that I will kind of keep secret and share with you later. But just found all these different exciting ways of how I can start communicating sustainability and interacting with people from radio shows to webinars to classes to workshops to consulting is that I'm seeing all these possibilities. And the biggest thing is I'm getting them down. I'm taking action steps. I have a plan. It's written. It's out of here and it's on paper. And now that it's on paper, I can start seeing it as a possibility and as a reality. So I think for being in the third week, I feel like I'm at a really good place personally and professionally. I know my values. I know my purpose, my vision, still consider, still focusing in on that more and more and more, but I'm getting there every day. And with your help and Pat, you've been such a great friend and partner. I'm getting there and I can see my journey realized.
That is awesome. So what I hear you say is in 3 weeks you have come from a place of transition, which I'm meeting a lot of women who are saying one of the things that I met a hygienist yesterday. She heard me say that I was a business and life coach, and so she approached me and we started talking about life coaching. But what I'm hearing is the women that I meet are in a transitional phase of either their business, their life, their jobs, their families. They know they have skills. They don't know what to do with them. So I was telling her, we need to work on finding your purpose. So to hear you say that you transitioned, you found your purpose through the exercises that we do called the Purpose Finder, and now you are ready to engage and explore those possibilities. So to go from unfiltered ideas to clarity to now seeing what's possible and to hear you list all of these ways that you can use those skills that you always knew you had is amazing. So I think that's like top in my
It
book.
is for me.
And so I would love for you ladies to just kind of share one or two things that jumps out when you think of the change that you've seen yourself kind of go through over the last 3 weeks. Something that may have started out as an obstacle, was a challenge, but now you're seeing it as a value and you're seeing it how it's going to impact your business and how you plan on implementing all of the stuff that we've done together over these last 3 weeks, not to mention what's to come because we still have 3 more sessions left, but how you're going to take that knowledge and now apply it to do, as we claim in our tagline, increase your social impact, your influence, and your income. So let's see how you're going to implement it.
Well, actually, I've already started.
Oh,
I have a huge event that's coming up in October, and we'll actually be in front of several thousand business owners. And blessed with the fact that I'll be the travel agent that is there. So what I'm doing now is taking where I've come to with my focus and know, okay, I now need to figure out how do I how do I get my value and what I can do for others in the area of groups? How do I give that information to the people that I'll be in front of, but not just verbally? I think part of it is giving them something that they'll keep. In other words, it's something I've done when I've done others, where if I focused on families, I have a particular handout I give because it has things that I know will be of value for them to keep. It's a list. I've done the same thing for seniors. Okay, now I'm working on what do I give that lets them know without being overwhelming, but they keep. Because when they keep what I give them, my information is there. Business cards disappear, bigger card, it's just like, okay, you got a pile of stuff in a bag.
right.
Or,
and I have that at home right now, so it's good to say that.
And we do. We go around all the booths and get a pile of stuff that's in a bag, and then decide whether we want to keep it or not. When you first pick it up, sounds great. Don't think I'll need that. Okay, then I need to put together. Because when I do that, that I think will be the ultimate tool. One I can work on and perfect, obviously. Find out what works and what doesn't work. So I've already got that, a list of what I'm thinking of and what to do. Because that will be a big, in a sense, it'll be almost like a ribbon cutting or a grand opening in a sense of who I now am. And it'll be in front of approximately 2,000 business owners, so I better look really good. So you guys have a job ahead of you.
We'll do it.
Right.
Your cheerleaders in the background.
Yeah.
Go pack. Go
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah, and one other thing I wanted to add too is, for those that are watching this, that may not know AJ, Dawn and I've had the privilege of watching her pretty much start out. Because she and I met the first time, I think, up at McDonald's, up above, remember? But watched her as she's progressed through her growth. So when Dawn says we trusted her, yes, both of us have seen that. So for people that haven't had that experience of watching you grow, we as ones that have can say, yeah, you're in the right hands. The lady knows what she's doing because we've watched her go through it. So I wanted to add that extra.
You're in good hands.
We're looking at over a long period of time, and so we can reassure people as to what you'll be doing for them. We've watched you do it for yourself and for others.
Thank you so much for sharing that. What about you, Dawn?
What was the question again?
Excuse me. So, how you see the information that we've already done together and the work that we've done, how you see it impacting your increasing your impact, influence, and income. How you're going to implement that to take your business to the next level.
Okay, well, last year I kind of started, as you can say, getting my feet wet. A little bit I spoke on a panel discussion about social change and did a radio show on the environmental design, which was great and gave me some exposure. What I've done recently, like I said, focusing on one of the universities that I have approached to do a proposal on systems thinking and design thinking. I think that will start setting the stage for me to start creating my platform because I think right now I'm kind of in my beginning stages because sustainability is new. I've just been at it just a couple of months. It's not like my design business, which I've had for 14 years. So it's going to take a little bit of a journey for me to get there. But I think with this, the coaching has helped me is that I think I have to first start getting my name out there and start building my reputation slowly. And that means speaking events, um, blogging, writing, start doing some of the soft skills to kind of start honing in. I often am on LinkedIn with a lot of different groups that I make a lot of contributions and kind of interact with. So really just, I think you taught me how to start using a lot of these soft things, kind of low bar things, what is it, low hanging fruit to kind of start getting my name and my message out there. And I think once I do that, when you start doing those small things and you start getting some confidence or seeing results, because it's like anyone else, you don't want to put a lot into it. I want to kind of see if I'm going to get something back, and it's like, okay, this is working. Then I think it's going to propel me to start taking that next stage because now more people will know about me. They'll know about what I do. I'll have a chance to start um, articulating that ways that I can help them. And by them knowing that I'm out here, I think a lot of people don't even know that I exist, that I'm here. So they know that, they say, hey, she's got some sustainability knowledge. She may be able to help us with some programs and some build some programs and putting it out there. Also, like I said, I've got another big project I'm really excited about. I've actually started developing a storyline and characters for something that, that I'm going to put out. It's going to be a video series that I'm going to do about sustainability. And it just came to me to doing that. So I think right now I'm kind of at that stage is where I'm trying to take the small steps to try to get there. Volunteering, I'm working with some schools. I'm currently volunteering with the United States Green Building Council, their Green and Healthy Schools, and I've offered to be a mentor to some of the schools of their challenge. So really getting more out here in the community and getting involved. I think it's a way of learning, trying to learn knowledge. I've spent my time meeting and networking with some different directors and vice presidents of companies in sustainability just to kind of gain their insight and knowledge to kind of help me along the way. You know, not yes, I've been in school and I have a master's, but trust me, it doesn't end there.
Right.
It's a continual journey and learning process. And I think sometimes we forget, we think we got it, so that's it. But it's still going there. And I think when you're building a business from the ground up, it's really being smart about it and taking the steps and talking to people and seeing what they really want and what's the need. And I think the sustainability thing is it's so new. There's still some resistance to it, but it is coming along.
Yeah.
And the more I meet people and I can see where are the gaps, where is it needed, what do people want, instead of me kind of hypothesizing what they want, get on the ground, do my groundwork, do my homework, and see what they're doing. So that's where I'm at right now, and it feels really good.
That's awesome. You guys are. I brag on you so much. You're my star student. To hear this,
The Three Musketeers.
right?
Yes.
But in our third week, and to see us go from tears and confusion and doubt to this place of confidence. I know who I am. You know, I have seen you just focus in on your business and hone those skills, and you to get this epiphany of I am talented, and this is where it started, and how I got here, and why I do certain things, and to uncover that. And so, as I mentioned, I'm looking for other you, other star students, other Patties, other Dawns. And so, just really quick before we wrap up, let our viewers know what you would say in a regular conversation for encouraging someone else to go through the business and life coaching process through the Boss of Me and the Best of Me workshops. 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 12 weeks, whatever they decide to do. Just kind of let them know what they're in for. Few words of encouragement, wrapping us up, to tell them if you would recommend it, what you would recommend, why, and just share your final thoughts.
I think basically a lot of what you've done is really helped us focus. The power of writing things down, things that we've been storing in our brain but that we really haven't put down, get some clarity as to, and feedback, because that's what all three of us have done with each other. But it's really, it's the power of becoming what I know I can be. And, you know, and that's what, I've known it, I just wasn't sure which direction to go with it. And that's why when I spoke to you that one day at a ribbon cutting, I said, AJ, I'm ready for the next level. And she said, oh, by the way, I've got this class. And I'm like, all right, I'll do that. But it's knowing. So whoever comes in with you really needs to understand this is going to be work, that you need to be focused, you need to be great at doing your homework, you need to be willing to listen, and you need to be able to then clear your own barriers and boundaries and just totally step outside the box and know that you've got a support system that's going to be right there as you do it.
That's awesome. So be coachable.
Absolutely.
You guys remember our first session, I said, listen, I need a verbal expression of yes. Being open, to get that feedback, to be held accountable. So thank you for sharing that, because that's exactly where I want every single program attendee to be mentally and ready. Like you said, I love that. So I love how you put that. So Dawn, what about you? What would you share to a girlfriend, or if you're out networking and they're like, oh, I'm thinking about it, or maybe, or what did you get out of it? What would you say in a regular?
Wow, I mean, Pat, really, I can underline what she said, but I think if someone, I think the biggest thing that I would tell them is that don't take it lightly. Be serious about it. Have a plan and know yourself. And another thing that Pat said is that it is work. I mentioned that before, that you're not going to hold hands and tell them what to do. It's going to be where you're going to have to start making time for it and make it a priority. That is as important to you as getting up and exercising, driving your car, brushing your teeth, going to work, whatever you do, it fits in as a priority. And I think the other thing that I would think is, I think what keeps everyone from really going forward is, and we've talked about our exercises, is that initial fear. Fear of failure, fear of wanting to open up. And I think that AJ and the other members, at least Pat and AJ with me, there's no bars in here. You know, everything is raw and everything is down, anything it goes, and yes, it stays in the room. Maybe not off the camera, but you let your guard down, and you know, fear comes from the lack of inaction is what I'm learning. Action of doing it, but action of getting help when you need it. And I think that's the biggest thing. If you feel like you're struggling, you're kind of almost there and you're not sure, consider coaching. It will make you see things in yourself and believe things in yourself that you might not have done. Um, the friendships that you will create are priceless. Um, I will be with AJ and Pat, you know, for a lifetime. I don't see coaching as a coaching session, 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks. I see it as a continual process on your journey in a lifetime. When AJ gets you to your point that you can jump off the bridge and fly, it's still going to be remembering the things that she taught you in that continual process and journey and work. It's kind of a walk of life. It just never ends, but it just keeps getting better.
That is a beautiful little bow on this. I love it. Well, this is why you guys are my star students, my cheerleaders. I love it. So thank you, ladies, so much for just sharing your heart and where you come from on your journey and just showing the benefits of having that support team, that system in place, investing in yourself, not only financially, but in time, in the mental space. And like you say, doing your homework. Stop procrastinating. Be held accountable. And so, for people who are ready, I invite you to visit the website www.thesocialprenista.com. Get more information on our upcoming coaching session, so you can be the next Patty and the next Dawn. And we invite you guys to just get more information. Reach out one-on-one if you want to know more about travel, more about sustainability. These ladies know their stuff and they're ready for you. So thank you, ladies, again for just being a part of it all, being my star students, and continuing the journey and cheering everybody else on as we make progress.
But thank you, AJ, for being the star coach.
There you go.
As they can say, she rocks.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, ladies.
You're the bomb.
Thank you. Woo! I love it. Thank